So Senzo Meyiwa instructed them not to answer any phone calls from Longwe Twala. And next thing, they are at Kelly Khumalo's mother's house. And Longwe gets there and he only greets Kelly's mom. Ngiyanamukela kwinkqubo yami bomuntu abadala bomuntu abagogo bomuntu aba-auntie bomuntu abakasisi. I am Sims and it's at the right Sims on Instagram, so please follow your sister. Thank you so much for the love of my previous video about Faith Nketzi's getting married. Okay, the attention went more to my head accessory, which was my curtain tire. Yeah, so I decided to also accessorize with a real Ellis band this time, and we are touching on a more serious topic, so I'd like for us to get serious, let the English get right also. Okay, I even brought some reinforcement. My Woolies water, so my English can amalgamate and regurgitate. Okay, whatever that means. So, for all you 13 people that DM'd me about Senzo's documentary, I finally got to watch it thanks to Enzatira, my plug. So, the documentary, first of all, was well shot, and it really like brings to light like all the sides, so you can get like a full body of knowledge, I can say, when it comes to the whole Senzo Meyiwa case. So in 2014, right, on the 26th of October, our beloved my captain, Pirates goalkeeper and captain, and the South African Bafana team captain, Senzo Meyiwa's life was taken at his then girlfriend's place, Kelly Khumalo. So what had happened was that Senzo and Kelly Khumalo were in a relationship, but it wasn't supposed to be a relationship. Well, that's according to Senzo's close friends, and on Senzo's part, they had said that Senzo met Kelly at the Feather Awards, right, the previous year, and he just wanted like a one-night stand, you know. But then after they spent the night, Kelly went and camped outside Senzo's place and told Senzo ukuthi, I am not that girl, Mina, I'm not some hit and run, okay? You hit and you sit and we dine. This is a restaurant, it's not a drive-through, okay? So through that, they ended up dating, you know, and Senzo really was really like developing like real hardcore feelings for Kelly, right? Unbeknownst to Kelly, Senzo was married to Mandisa, who they had met in school when they were still young. But according to Mandisa, Senzo Vele was someone that was like a soccer. A soccer is like a player, like a guy that really like likes the girls likes the boys like the girls. You understand that? So Senzo Vele has always had women problems. He's always had women in his life, you know. And then he became a player, a football player. So can you understand, Khore? He just fits the stereotype quite well. But him and Mandisa like really like carried on the path, you know. My husband is the hill, I will die on type of thing, you know. They carried on, you know. But then when it came to Kelly Khumalo and Senzo, Mandisa was like, you know, Senzo has had other girls before, but this one is literally like a different one, because now my man is like drinking cocktails, my man is eating sushi, my man is sleeping at hotels, you know. So yeah, Umandisa really like felt and you know how public Senzo and Kelly were. So Umandisa was really like, she felt humiliated and she felt like it was very disrespectful because it was so public, you know. And her final straw was when she was at work and Ukeli and Usenzo happened to be at the place he shares with his wife. So Mandisa said she had a feeling that no, man, she wants to knock off from work and go home, you know. When she got home, there they were, Senzo and Ukeli together, and Umandisa just said Sanbonani, which is like San hello, like she greeted them. She packed her things and she left. Like, and she was like getting sick, physically sick, to the point where she was even like hospitalized, you know. So this is according to the documentary. And then as the relationship carried on, Ukeli obviously fell pregnant within 3 months of the relationship, okay? And according to the documentary, Ukeli was supposed to terminate the pregnancy, but she said on her way to get the abortion, the car crashed, something happened to the car, and she didn't carry through with it. Because according to the accounts made by Senzo's friend, she said maybe this was a sign, because if you do not know, Senzo had a twin brother, you know, who unfortunately passed on in the earlier years. So Ukeli was like, maybe this is a sign, maybe I am carrying a boy child, you know, and they are supposed to see this pregnancy through, you know. Now they have a beautiful daughter together, you know. And on the fateful day where Senzo lost his life tragically, it had happened that earlier on in the day, Senzo was spending the day with Ukeli, but on the other hand, his teammates were hosting a party. So they had an Orlando Pirates party. And so when his friends were calling him and like, where are you, bro? Like, pull through. And then he's like, I'm with Ukeli, I can come, right? And they were like, don't come with Kelly because we don't want drama. Because there had been drama between Ukeli and Mandisa. We've seen them, their first encounter was on the freeway where there was a convoy. That's where Ukeli got to find out, damn, because there was this lady following her and Senzo. Senzo and Kelly were in a convoy from the clinic appointment where they had just confirmed with they're pregnant, right? And her and Mandisa like May wanted to push Kelly off the road allegedly, so they had to pull out on the side of the road, and that's where they got into a confrontation. And Mandisa started calling Kelly all sorts of names. According to Kelly, even Mandisa confirms this encounter. So that's where they clashed. And then we remember another incident, even Ukeli and her sister Uzandile, where they had allegedly like hit Uzandile on the side of the freeway with the car keys, pulling her hair and kicked her. That is according to the affidavits, and there was a court case, but the charges were eventually dropped, right? So now, Senzo wanted to pull up to the party, but they were like, don't come. Mandisa is here with her girlfriends, so we don't stop nothing, don't beat nothing, okay? Don't come with Ukeli. So he was like, okay, fine. I'm gonna take Ukeli home, kiss my daughter, and come to the party because also I'm with my friends. Ane? Hold on to that. While on the other hand, while that is happening, right? That is the Kelly and Mandisa situation, right? On the other hand, Kelly's younger sister, Uzandile, is dating at the time Chico Twala's son, Longwe Twala. Longwe Twala, you don't know. You baba chole next door. You baba wamuya. He's that child star that sang that song. Remember? Yes, that is Longwe Twala. Anyway, at this time he is dating Kelly Kumando's sister, Uzandile, right? But now, also in town is Senzo's best friend, Mtogo. Mtogo and Senzo are very close and they are hanging out, right? So that they these days they had been spending time together, all four of them. It was Senzo, Mtogo, Zandile, and Kelly. Kelly and Senzo are a couple, right? And then these two are just like the wingman, you know? So we don't know what's going on between them. So, of course, when all these happenings are going on, Longwe is constantly seeing his girlfriend is in a pair of four. So obviously ideas in his head. He's not happy. And it is at this time where also Senzo had instructed them, don't answer any phone calls from Olongwe, you know? So obviously Olongwe, we have voter, you know? And by this time it's Sunday, right? Hold on to that. Ne? Then they get to Kelly Kumalo's home, his mother's place. So Kelly Kumalo's mother is Ntombi. So they get to her place, Air Force Loras. It's a Sunday. They get there, they chill. Senzo was supposed to leave with his friend Umtogo no Tumelo and go back to the Orlando Pirates party, which was taking place at the same time where Mandisa was, because Senzo was trying to smooth things out with Mandisa and he's busy up and okay. Anyway, even Utumelo is like, we were supposed to leave, but for some strange reason we weren't leaving, you know. And then at some point, Olongwege comes to the house, Efosloras, and when he gets there, they like say his face was not right. And he only greets Kelly's mom, you know. I can imagine, like, I'm dating you, you're not answering my phone calls, I get there, and you're sitting with these guys that I don't know, because Olongwe didn't have any relationship with these gents, you know. So he only greeted Umamaka Kelly, and I don't know what ensued after, because they don't say what ensued after, you know. And then at some point they wanted to leave Abosenzo, but Kelly says we are all about to leave. As they were about to leave, two men apparently walk in, and that's when the botched robbery happened. Okay? And when the botched robbery happened, Kelly rushed to the bedroom because they were fighting with the door, her and one of the intruders. Kelly's mom ran to the bathroom, and Dumelo, one of the friends, ran to the other bedroom. So, but there was an altercation in the kitchen, and the gun went off, you know. And then Senzo ran to Kelly. By the time Senzo ran to Kelly and fell on her arms, she didn't know that Senzo was shot at the time. So she only when she saw the blood, you know. And then they had rushed Senzo to a hospital. But then, check this. Longwe runs out. Ne? They are unarmed. I think they were sitting and chilling. They are unarmed. Two men come, armed. They no longer manages to push past the two men to run outside to call for help. But at this time, the neighbors are sleeping. You know, that's what he assumes. You know, he can't even call anyone or the police because he left his phone inside. You know, but this statement also changes in a radio interview he did with Umo Flavor no Masichaba, where he says that, oh no, his phone was actually in his pocket, which is why the intruders couldn't take his phone. So according to the documentary, there is a theory around Olongwe. They're saying that he must have been fuming. He must have been like upset seeing his girlfriend hanging out with another chance, you know, and she's not answering his calls. Maybe he got there and he was angry and he got into an altercation with his girlfriend, Uzandi. And then maybe Senzo tried to stop the altercation. That's when, you know, he lost his life. You know, that is another theory they had brought to light, because they were also trying to put everyone like as put the light on everyone. And they also had a theory on Senzo's wife, which maybe she hired people, you know, because she was fed up with this whole Kelly Senzo drama. She was fed up, you know. But what would she stand to benefit? Because Senzo was not a millionaire. That is even according to his friend Umsa, you know. So then there is this future. Please, don't fail me now. There is this robbery gone wrong theory. And there's a hit. Someone hired a hit, you know, because right now as we talk, there were 5 guys even today in court that are currently on trial for murder, but these guys are already like serving life sentences, you know, and they are known like hitmen, like, but known in the taxi like world. They are known to just take the lives of taxi bosses and taxi kingpins and taxi operators, you know. So we are all trying to find out how does this link together. Anyway, guys, so at some point, Kelly, no one calls the police, no one calls any. Kelly calls. They say they were almost they were like about 10 cell phones in the house, right? And out of those cell phones, there was an X6, guys. The X6 remote. It's like a very big car, X6. And imagine an X6, BM X6 in 2014. That is like, jackpot. You know, the car keys were on the table, but for some reason, these intruders did not take the car keys. And they did not take any other cell phone apart from Kelly's one cell phone. Why would we call this a robbery gone wrong then if there was actually nothing robbed? I don't know. Anyway, Kelly makes a phone call to Senzo's wife, Mandisa. Kelly makes a phone call to Senzo's sister. And Kelly makes a phone call to Uchiko Twala. Last time I checked, Chiko Twala has nothing to do with Senzo, apart from the fact that he is Longwe's father, and Longwe is dating Uzandile. And Chiko Twala is in the music industry. He's a music icon, legend. Why was a call made to Chiko Twala? You know? And anyway, they get to the hospital, and when they got to the hospital, that's where Senzo had passed on, you know. So by that time, because everyone was at the Orlando Pirates party, so everyone just got into cars and went to the hospital. And when they got to the hospital, it is alleged that Mandisa's friends were also at the hospital, and they were like telling Kelly where to get off. So Kelly left because she left early because people were upset, people were angry, and especially Uguti, how it happened, you know. So they had left early. Okay. And then, let me not lose my, please, maybe some intro. So in all of this, everyone gets questioned, and they all have one story, and they are apparently sticking to the story, you know. But for some reason, guys, Togo only spoke to one person. The guy Usoweto, his name is Usoweto. He wrote the biography on Senzo. He only spoke to Usoweto, and even when he spoke to Usoweto, he did not go into the details of what had happened on that specific night. And Togo is Mandisa's friend, and he also happens to be Senzo's friend. So he says what he was caught in a very awkward position at the time, because he knew what Ukeli was busy. I mean, he knew that Senzo was busy with Ukeli, and he was busy with Mandisa, you know, and he was lying to both women, you know. But he never got into the specificities of that night. And then there's Senzo's other friend, Utumelo, who saw this whole thing happen, right? And his loyalties lie with Senzo, you know. But now, after this whole incident happened, you know, he stayed in Kelly's house because he was waiting for their cell phones to come back, because the police had taken their cell phones. So Senzo's family felt some type of way when it came to Uduman, because they're like, you could have come and reported this to us, because no one from Kelly's family ever said anything to us. And you know, Kelly feels some type of way when it comes to Senzo's family, saying, you already like painted me with a black brush, and especially when it came to public ridicule. So I really do not want anything to do with you guys. And we've seen this play out like in public. And what is very tragic about this case is that we will never, ever, ever, ever know the details of what exactly ensued. It is 7 years later, and we are still speculating. We are still speculating 7 years later. You know, even if there is, even right now, guys, the circumstantial evidence is more substantial than the people that are currently on trial for this case, and only because the gun, one of the hitmen, his gun, the ballistics claim allegedly are the same. I don't know what that means, but it means it's the same gun that was used in the death of Senzo Meyiwa, right? But these guys have publicly said they don't know anything about this case. They are just being put on trial and they don't know anything. So we're going to see how this is playing out. But my grief is like, my pain lies with Senzo's mother, you know, because Senzo's father is also like now late. He passed on without any answers. He passed on with a very broken heart, you know. There was no justice for his son during his passing. And Senzo's mom is literally like the woman like carrying all this pain on her shoulders, you know. It must be very painful to be her. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I have my own theories. I have my own like conspiracies, you know. Like, we can discuss in the comment section down below, but that is just like a brief summary of what went down. What do you guys think of my breakdown? Let's talk more in the comment section down below. But one thing about Longwe, ciao.